already.
Funny what things get remembered.
Katie, how do you record Discord?
How do I record Discord? I just use OBS.
I was going to say,
There you go, Mark.
OBS.
You can. Most things let you record desktop audio unless they're like really niche, and unless they're doing something like really specific and just recording the game. Most things record desktop audio.
Cool.
But if you're doing a podcast, I would get everyone's files in Audacity separately because I love
I'm using this Craig thing, and it records them separately, so it's quite handy.
That's nice.
What's it called?
It's just called Craig. It's a bot.
For Discord?
Yeah.
That's
that
really
way you
cool.
can reorder everything.
That's cool. I do
things in
have
the order you
audio
want.
balance problems sometimes.
Right.
When I start recording without like checking for ages.
Yeah.
Like Alan's
Well,
always
I
really
mean-
quiet in my videos.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. I try and adjust it, but he still ends up quiet.
Yeah.
He is just quiet.
You can just be like, 2 seconds, I'm just going to have a discussion with Craig.
Okay, everybody. You're on a boat.
Roleplay!
Little
Roleplay.
refresher for you there.
I
You're on a
know.
boat.
It's been 4 million years since we've last been on this boat.
Yes. So, does anybody remember, now the beautifully painted bite marks in the ship might remind you what happened last session, and maybe the session before that, because that was more plot stuff.
There was a lot of plot. I mean, there was a lot of plot in that one where there was a guy looking for Tobias, and then obviously we were going south and we got a boat. And the boat was attacked by a shark, and Focus nearly fell in the water.
He did.
That's
all.
Oh, that's how I helped. I grabbed his legs.
Yeah, see, we did like a human chain, human Goliath chain.
Human centipede, if you will.
No, that's not what I said.
No.
It's definitely not what I said.
Okay. Good job.
I mean, if you want something a bit more in depth, I'm sure Tobias has some more.
Tobias always
notes.
has good notes.
Now, I don't remember like what the captain was like particularly, but it's okay. You guys probably don't remember either, so we're just gonna go for it.
Hooray!
He had a lot of jewelry. He wore a green coat.
Yes. I have that in my notes. I don't know if I did a voice or something, but that's okay.
He was the strongest Bristolian pirate.
I don't believe
Bristolian.
Yeah.
So, the giant shark has escaped back into the depths. And the crew are looking... I mean, they're a pretty hardened crew, but some of them, at least, look a little shaken.
Well, I'm not surprised. I mean, does this happen often to them? Do they?
Are there any obvious patched areas of the ship which look like previous bite marks?
There are not... There's, like, patched areas of the ship, but they don't correspond to bite marks.
And nothing the same scale and size of what we've just encountered as well. I
No,
imagine.
it's like this individual board got replaced. So yeah, Cedric is busy shouting at the crew. He doesn't immediately attend to you. He's changed his orders now for the crew. He's getting them to turn the ship, and he's pointing in lots of different directions. People are running down and bringing up planks to try and fix the holes a bit. And he's standing next to Tobias. So after maybe 30 seconds of very quick instructions that are hard to follow, he pats you on the shoulder and says, "Good work."
Thank you.
Looks at all of you, but pats Tobias.
It was some very powerful magic that I used to drive him off at the end there.
Bullshit. Sorry.
You got a cough there, Jay?
Yeah. Sorry.
Without any sort of like subtlety or anything, he goes, "Well, it is quite cold now, so just, be careful. We don't want you catching a cold. Not at this time."
No.
Just Virok just doesn't get it at all and just like, oh, no, don't get a cold now. That's awful.
All right. So this sort of mending thing you did.
Yes.
That a spell or something?
Spell? No. Spell? No. It's technology, is what it is.
All right. That was sorry. That was GM confusion. It was that you did repairs, not
Oh,
like a
right.
repair spell.
It's called mending. So yes, I do actually have mending as a cantrip. So it is a spell.
Yeah, I think you did mending as a spell. I think maybe, but
Yes.
it was like we RP'd it as you like grabbed a plank and.
Yeah, like that's sort of like what Virok would be doing. He'd be getting things and starting to repair it and patching the areas and probably doing a bang up job.
Yeah, he's gonna say more of this, please.
And he just keeps on going with a little help from Crumper as well, who can just to help repair things and everything else. It's all great.
You do good work, lad. Are you sure you want to throw your life away on some kind of treasure hunting expedition? Because you could just stay here.
I mean, it is a tempting thing, but we're on an important mission to do things.
Yes.
We've got a lot in our future.
Who said we were on a treasure hunting expedition?
Yeah. No. It was pretty much what was said when we went onto the ship. We need to go here, and we're looking for ruins, and we're looking. It was the lie that got.
Yes. Sorry.
It was implicit.
Yes.
You were talking about trading goods and things, but that was the understanding.
Like they'd get a percentage of anything we found. I believe was the.
Yeah, he's sort of sponsoring an expedition.
Yeah.
All right.
And I say to him, maybe after we finish this, and I get my sea legs.
Right, you. I want. Can your familiar look for more of those?
Yes, Hyperion is at this very moment scanning the surrounding area.
Good.
But
Keep
there
doing that.
There's nothing as yet. We are secure.
Would you like to roll perception for that?
Yep. I would love to. That'd be my favourite thing in the world.
Good job, you got that one out of the way, Gavin.
Yeah, he's used it up.
Yep.
Don't roll another one.
Let's find.
I know how dice work.
Yeah, you bribe them though. It's ridiculous.
Just gonna click on mine, but it's not on mine. It's Hyperion's.
Hey!
You are indeed secure.
Thank you.
It's one of those fun
Secure.
things where I would have said secure regardless, but you'd be less confident about it if it was a 1.
Oh no, I'm sure I'd still have been confident, but I'd have been bluffing.
Yes.
You know, deep down, you have no idea.
Yes. Tobias feeding me an image of the top of the crow's nest. Like, Hyperion even. That's not helping.
Just looks down and shrugs at you.
Uh.
All right, and Focus and Jay are sort of left to do whatever you deem fit.
Well, I picked him back up onto the deck, didn't I? After he
Yes.
dangled off.
You're welcome to tell him off for that at your leisure.
I probably wouldn't tell him off. I wouldn't tell him off. I'd probably be like, that's one you owe me then, Focus.
It was worth the risk.
Fair enough.
Bolt
If you-
maybe match wood by now.
If you want to have a debt to Jay Goldbeard, then that's up to yourself, sir.
Are you actually calling yourself Jay Goldbeard in this one and not one of your...
Only to him.
Okay.
I thought you were. I can't remember what the
You've
last
already
alias
called
you
him
used
Jay
together was.
once. I keep a note.
Okay.
You've already called him Jay once this session in front of the captain.
I believe on this ship I am Cleric Lapton.
Cleric Lapton.
That's right,
Yeah.
but you didn't tell us that you were going to be using another alias, so we've been calling you Jay.
Yeah, that's right.
It can be a nickname. Cleric, and then in little speech marks, J.
Cleric
Lapton.
J. Lapton.
Yeah,
It's like Homer J. Simpson.
yeah. What does
The
the J
J
stand
stands
for? J. That's what the J stands for.
Yeah.
Simpsons did it.
Uh,
But yeah, otherwise, if we're all done and I am free to go and continue learning this god-forsaken loot,
Yep.
then I
You
will
shut
do.
your mouth. You shut your mouth, godforsaken. You've got a nerve.
Who makes
mean,
a
to be honest-
loot for someone that doesn't know how to play a lute?
Who doesn't know how to play a lute?
Who doesn't know how to play a lute?
Moving swiftly on.
Okay, so you will resume
It's still bitter.
I guessed.
You all resume your activities as the boat swings back around in what is presumably the direction of Map Point.
Presumably.
I mean,
I mean-
are you guys particularly good at navigating by sea? It's like
No.
no one's
No,
been paying
no,
that much
no.
attention.
No.
We are trusting this captain
Yeah.
with our lives and hoping that he does not rob us.
Yeah.
I'm sure everything will be fine though.
Cedric Three Toes is an upstanding gentleman.
Does he have 3 toes total, or
Does
3
he have
toes
other
on
people's
1 foot?
toes?
It's 3 toes total.
Wow.
Which free?
He's got to have terrible balance.
Look, you can ask him. I
No,
don't know how
I'm-
he'll take it.
No, I don't think he'd be very happy about that.
You know what?
I will move. Which one? Where was that last time? Was it the bottom deck?
Yeah, you got sent to the bottom deck because people were trying to sleep.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So I'll go down here and I'm strumming away. Or whatever. Do you strum a lute?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you pluck a lute?
Yes.
Jay is learning this and more.
Oh,
I'm
it's
gonna-
got strings.
It appears
Day
if I
3.
place my finger on a string, it
I
changes
wonder if this is anything like playing a banjo.
I've been using it like a drum.
How annoyed would you be if that was the case?
It'd be like, where are the holes? This is a wind instrument, isn't it?
Just come down to Jay tapping on top of the lute.
When does the magic happen? How long do I have to tap it before it activates the magic? This is a tune. That's a
Oh.
D&D question, isn't it? Instrument
What's that?
of the bards.
Oh.
Do you have to actually properly play it to use it? Because I don't think there's anything in the rules saying you do.
I don't think you do.
I think it's the rules as written and rules as intended.
Yeah.
Slash situation. Hold on.
I think we're going to say that you have to actually play it
So-
like a lute.
If I'm not attuned to it, then I have to do a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw, or take 2d4 psychic damage.
Yeah.
So I just need to get attuned to it.
It's you have to play the instrument.
Oh yes,
but
you use an action to play it.
I could play a guitar.
Yeah.
I could not play a guitar well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, that's
I-
what proficiency is. So you can actually use it, but you're not adding your proficiency to it.
I say it's grey.
That's
Yeah.
the way I would interpret it. Is that you can use it, but you don't add your proficiency.
Yeah, that's reasonable because I don't think it requires you to have proficiency, but you just won't get the bonus.
I mean, if it's activated by strumming it, and you go blam, obviously you then take the damage.
How does it go?
Well, it's
You know,
I assume that he is attuned to it by now
Yay!
because
Then I don't take damage.
attuning is just you just sit with the item for a bit.
damn it.
Cool. I'm happy with that. It means I can stop just saying I'm trying to learn how to play it.
I mean,
But I think you should like learn to play it.
I mean, once you
Oh,
learn,
definitely.
once you learn, you're getting your proficiency, which is what 2, 3 at the minute.
Yes, but you don't use your proficiency with it unless you're doing it as to play it.
Yeah.
But
So
for the
it says-
actual magic part of it, that's not proficiency.
It says you use an action to play the instrument, but then that casts a spell.
Yeah.
So it doesn't say that you have to, like Gavin said, you don't have to actually be able to play it.
Yeah.
You can play it badly, but
Like, there's no rolls to be made for those spells, so the proficiency bonus was irrelevant
Ah.
to
Yeah.
the magical casting aspect of it.
I think
Why
I
not
will.
make it
I
a
think I'm gonna make a
instant they could
ruling
play?
that you can use it because that seems to be what's implied by the rules without having proficiency in the instrument. But I think I will impose a penalty if you use it without proficiency in the instrument because it makes intuitive sense that
Yes,
you need
yeah,
to be
definitely.
a bit proficient with a magic instrument to get the most out of it. You know?
Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense.
You just cast the spell, but it doesn't quite go right.
Yeah, like if you have to play a certain little tune to cast the spell, then playing it better makes the spell better. Something like that.
that makes sense.
So the spells are like fly, invisibility, levitate, protection from evil and good, animal friendship, protection from energy, fire, and protection from poison. So
Animal friendship, you say? That would have been
Hey.
useful.
yeah,
So
it would.
You didn't need to kill
Yes,
that
it would.
shark then.
Hmm?
Sharks are
You
animals.
didn't need to kill that shark.
No,
We
we didn't
didn't.
do anything.
We didn't
Ah.
kill that shark.
You didn't
How
kill the
big is
shark.
Got away.
You definitely did not kill the shark.
Tobias drove it away with powerful magics.
But even that was pointless. As we
Well,
could have
what's-
just played a tune.
If Vince
Yeah,
knew
but
his
I don't think I'd made
Sorry,
a
Jay.
clear ruling on the whole thing then. I had assumed you needed proficiency, and I might have even said it before.
Either way, you're the boss. You decide.
Yeah, that's it.
That's how it in it. It's okay, because once he learns it, you will get a very cool magic item.
Hey, yeah, too right, you will.
And then I'm
Fly
never gonna
is
use it.
is broken.
The problem is, congratulations, you now know how to do this loot. Smashes it, it's Ray.
I
That's
won't
exactly.
smash it.
Do a
I'll
proper,
look
like,
after it.
all right, not bothered, not bothered. I made that for you.
I mean, you sound bothered.
No, I'm fine. Nothing to worry about.
Okay, so the ship continues on its way, and there's no more sign of any sharks.
Good.
Everyone's a little bit on edge. The crew seem more subdued, just keeping on alert. No one's like getting drunk or anything.
Keeping an eye out for the bigger sharks.
Yes. And small sharks, presumably,
course,
but they're harder
yes.
to spot because they're small.
Other things that would attack our boat.
And look, I don't remember what time of day the shark encounter happened at. I'll admit, I didn't write that down. But as evening falls, the captain comes to find you all and rounds you up.
Cool.
All right, so you go.
I say so. Virak would be after repairing and doing the repairs that he did. He'd just be like tinkering away in like in the below decks or wherever. and
Yeah,
just-
so last session he started off in the below decks tinkering away.
yeah, that's right. So yeah, that's what Virak would be doing.
Yeah, and the captain, we'll say he rounds you all up to the below decks because two of you are there.
Hmm.
And Vince is being right back. We'll just plow on. So he rounds you all up to the below decks. All right, we'll be going ashore soon. So
We're stopping. Where are we at? Where we need to be? Are we?
we're at Map Point, which is a long way from where you need to be, but it's a start.
All right. So this is just a stopping point, is it then?
Yeah, we'll be leaving before dawn.
Excellent. Okay.
So if you're gonna go out, don't be out too long. Because I'm not gonna wait for you. Especially Map Point, it's pretty close to all these towns that are close to the capital. You got to be real careful, because most of the townspeople are on our side. They can't really do anything because the guards and their families want what we're bringing, but just care, because you'll occasionally get some kind of regional governor that's a little bit uppity.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if you're gonna go into town, on the down low, right?
Okay, got it.
Good.
Got it. We need to be incognito.
I'll bet he brings his loot.
I'd say just stay on the ship, but
I say, do we need to go ashore?
nope, I'll be
Yes.
going ashore.
Well, I will not be going ashore.
I mean, I don't need to go ashore. I've got everything here. Have we got all... And I look at like the others and go, have we got all our supplies and everything? Or, you know...
We had our cold weather supplies and cold foods and water.
Yeah,
and things
we
like
had
that.
specifically 2 weeks of food.
Oh,
I have not forgotten, and you are not slipping that past me.
thought it'd been long enough.
Nope. It's never long enough when I make notes.
And so when she's written it down, put it in bold, underlined. 2 week rations only.
I believe you have no money to buy more.
I don't think
no.
it was
Jay could go party with some locals again and try and make some gambling money.
Well, he's got
Sure.
nothing to lose now.
exactly.
Yeah,
Except his loot.
me body.
We're not going to get much of a price for that.
Oh. Rude.
Especially when he keeps smearing mud on himself.
When was that? Oh, that was when I made myself dirty. Yeah.
That's right.
I don't think you've washed since then. You haven't
No.
had the facilities to, have you?
It's starting to smell.
I'm sure we did. Did we not go back to somewhere?
Oh no,
to...
you went to like an
Yep,
inn.
an inn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
super
'cause,
hygienic the ship.
Tobias got that guy
visitor.
turned up. Yeah,
That's
the
right,
visitor.
yeah.
Because I'm the only one who's had a family that cares about him and sends someone to look for me.
Cares.
My family cares in a very different way, don't you?
Cares, cares is an interesting word.
Mm-hmm.
Families
just
that
jealous.
show that they care by sending agents.
Why are we going ashore? Sorry, I missed that bit.
We don't have to.
So the captain's just said he's
It's just
going ashore to conduct business. If you're welcome to go, but be back before dawn because he's leaving before dawn. And
Wait. Has he? Sorry, do we know? Or has he told us where we've
map
docked?
point.
That point.
Map point.
And he's advised particular caution. It sounds as though because it's quite close to the capital,
Yeah.
it's much more likely to give you trouble.
Yeah.
Compared to like the ones that are further away from the capital's influence.
So, Jay looks at a hastily drawn map that he produced from a pocket,
Yep.
and he calculates that we've been at sea for something that feels like 4 months, and we've only got the map point. What?
Well, it's not been 4 months, though. It's only been a few days.
Oh, feels a lot longer.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure it does.
I have also forgotten, like, it makes sense that I've got it down for like catching up to the thing you're trying to catch up to and such.
Yeah.
But yeah, allow me a little fuzziness with times and distances. And...
No,
No.
specifics.
No.
Okay, can't.
No, don't do that.
No, that's fair enough.
I'm sure it's only been a few days.
Yeah, it has only been a few days. It just feels like 4 months. You should have been keeping note of your loot training days as well. I think that's representative. That's like
sure.
Yeah.
You did
And I think-
say last time that you were. I've also been keeping track.
3 days out of 50
So
for
that's
loot learning.
It's been more than 3 days.
Well, that's what I've written
got.
down.
I've got 4 of 50.
Have you?
Mhm.
Oh well, I'll trust Gavin. His notes are normally better.
Because there was a couple of days before we left on the ship,
Mhm.
and then we've been at sea for, it was about 3 days in, 4 days in when we got attacked by the shark, and then obviously from the shark to map point is another distance. So
Yeah, I think that's probably not right with the scale of the map that I've got. But you know what? It's okay. You won't be disadvantaged by my distance time wibbles.
it's just the next part of the journey is a lot easier.
Yeah, it's unfavorable winds and a difficult coastline.
A
Yeah.
wizard did it.
An unregistered wizard did it.
No, the worst kind of wizard.
I know. Focus, deal with it.
I'm filling out the paperwork right now.
You'll have divine retribution in 6 to 8 weeks' time.
Stamped in triplicate.
Okay, so you and you see that very soon the lights of well, you can't really think of it as a town. The capital is so big that even though it's maybe a bit bigger than Dovhai, it's still just a tiny little shithole village to you, probably.
At that point.
I was going to say dingy backwater, but yeah, shithole. Does it?
It's set in it's surrounded by forest. And it's quite nice that forest still survives, because the further south you go, the less greenery you have. Here, it's like a decent variety of forest, whereas if you go much south of Heldal, it's like only the hardiest trees and shrubs. It's a bit drab. It's a small town. It's sort of what you'd imagine when you were in the capital. It's not as grim as like Moshel and some of the ones you've been through. It's kind of a bit nice. Like maybe
Is that
people
the
would
tourist board's slogan?
Kind of a bit nice.
But and you can see there is a large manor, as you would expect, in the middle of town. But even though the buildings look nice and it's all quite superficially nice, as you draw closer, the people of the town look generally a bit malnourished, and they sort of hungrily watch the boat come in.
All right, okay.
Is he offloading anything?
Yeah, so he does much the same routine as he did in Dovhai. There don't appear to be any guards or anyone coming to question him, and he does some sort of unloads himself down onto the dock and does some very brisk trade with the locals. It's mostly
Are we the
letters
only
and
ship?
things. Sorry,
So
what
does
was that?
it? Go on, Mark.
I was going to say, are we the only ship?
You are the only ship.
So does it appear like he's just running a postal route or something, or?
So when you spoke to him last time, it sort of became clear. A lot of it is post and packages and things, because you can't send them. You're probably, most of you, aware that the government, for the good of the people, reads all the post, searches all the packages.
State media.
Things go missing. And they aren't generally super into all the different little towns communicating with each other anyway.
Okay. So he's doing a bit of a sort of black market postal route sort of thing.
Yeah, it's don't get me
Which
wrong.
I don't
There's also
necessarily agree with.
he does a lot of like he's also manages to sell a small amount of luxuries, basically,
Okay.
like
Right.
spices, and we went through it all before. I need to find it in my notes again.
Yeah.
He doesn't sell a lot of them, but he seems to sell them for a pretty good price. So
So he's kind of bringing a little bit of luxury stuff to make some money here and there, but is kind of doing that off the back of the fact that the necessity is the meal thing.
yeah, it's he's not making as much money as he could, but everywhere he goes, people seem to very much appreciate that, you know?
Right. Okay.
Is it like peasants and stuff that are doing
It's a-
this, or is it?
It's a mix.
Like-
It's mostly peasants, but there are some more well-off citizens that come, and they're the ones that buy the luxuries.
Yeah. But the majority of them still look malnourished.
Well, yeah, the well-off citizens are kind of all
Yeah.
right, but most of the peasants, they don't look particularly healthy.
Yeah.
Can everyone give me a perception check? Or those of you who would be like hanging out on deck watching proceedings. Is
Yeah,
anyone going on into the town? Let's do that first, sorry.
He said not to, but I'm
He didn't say not to. He said, "Don't make a fuss.
Yeah,
Don't
and be back
get us in
before
trouble,
dawn."
and be back before dawn."
Right. Did I send any of my idiots this way? Don't think I did I?
You sent your
remember.
idiots to.
It was the other way, wasn't it?
Can't
Was it
remember
not
now.
towards Thorgan?
I kind of sent them off in 3 directions,
Yeah,
like east, west, north. But I can't remember where to now, so don't worry about that.
Might have said
Excuse me.
at that point.
I don't think I can't remember. That's why I was wondering, just if one of them might be here for me to have a catch up with them. But
I don't.
remember
I don't
where
think I have in my notes where you sent them.
I
It
don't
says you
think
set
I
up the
have.
Guild of Whispers, but they kind of suck, and we'll reconvene in 3 months.
Wow.
Verbatim from my notes.
Wow.
I mean, you literally just had like a seminar with them going, lads, this is what you've got to do. Just go about, ask some questions, don't get punched.
3 days training and no idea what intel they're gathering.
Just, I tell you what, go out. If you hear something spicy, let me know.
It's going to be a lot of hot gossip that they get.
Gregor the farmer just got a new dog. We don't know what it's called yet, but we're working on it.
Irrelevant, you fool. Okay, no worries. I will be on deck, seeing as you've told me that I don't have to
Like,
learn to play this
like-
an instrument anymore.
again, because it's one of those things, Veric's not used to being on a boat, so like seeing it actually being on deck for when it leaves and being on deck when it arrives somewhere it's a novelty to him. So he's just enjoying the view. And he's like, well, this is good. This is good.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Tobias,
imagine
what
it-
will you be up to?
I'm in the cabin. I am less than impressed by these idiots running around.
Which idiots?
That encompasses quite a large number of people at this time.
I was gonna say.
Focus, what are you up to?
I'm gonna go just mill around the dock area. I'm not gonna go too far from the ship.
You step off the ship, you have that awkward, like, stagger moment of, oh, it's not rocking. I see.
this is
And,
actual land.
Land
you
sickness.
can mill around. So, everyone except Tobias, I would like a perception check.
Bam! Aha!
Well, the rest of you can bother as well if you want, but Virok's got this.
I'm just trying to get it to load. My character sheet's not loading for some reason.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
I have. It's just blank, which is worrying.
Have you clicked the right button?
So I can see focuses comes up.
Well, you don't
Oh,
want
there
to.
we go.
Hey.
What was it? Sorry.
Perception.
Perception. Okay, I'm gonna whisper.
Yeah.
I'm gonna whisper some of you about what you found.
Uh-huh.
So rude. I'm distracted by the sea air. I'm taking selfies.
With what? You're just staring at yourself. Have a dagger up in the air, staring at yourself. Aren't I beautiful?
Oh, that's what they're for. I mean, they clearly weren't an offensive weapon.
Wow. Noob.
Are you dealing with, your social medias?
Yeah.
Jake Goldbeard. He's actually got put out Jake Goldbeard at map point.
Gold build.
Goldbeard,
That's his next
That
alias.
is third alien.
one of them.
Why is everyone picking on me?
That's what we do.
That's the name of your next album.
Good one, actually. I might do that one for me next album.
What did Virok see?
Eric is looking about, and oh no! Oh no! Why do you do this to me, Katie?
Hold on.
Are they?
Sorry, one sec. I'm just writing
Yeah.
focuses.
Okay.
Chat amongst yourselves. Everything's
I-
fine.
All right then. Okay. So which side have we docked at? Are we on the port or starboard?
Just pick one.
All right. Well, whoever's
Port, 'cause
whoever's-
we're poor.
whoever's on
Okay, yeah, port, because we're at port. I like that.
having looking around and seeing what he sees, he immediately like tries to make himself look less than what he is, because obviously as a Goliath he's quite big, he's quite noticeable. And then looking around, he sort of like ducks down and sort of like scurries over and then gets below deck.
Quite chunky.
Yeah, as quickly as possible.
Happy with yours, Focus?
Yep. I go back to the group. Are you still all on the ship?
I am no longer on. I'm on the ship, but I'm below decks now. I'm like, nope.
Right.
All right,
gather,
so Virok has noped out, and Focus has come
Yeah.
back to the ship.
I take it. These people I see are, So
You may whisper
yeah.
to me if you want to.
Okay. I will do that. Just talk amongst yourselves. How do you whisper again in this thing?
/W space.
Ow!
Need to get used to this new microphone.
/W civilian. Okay.
It's Jay and Focus to talk because I'm elsewhere.
Right.
Where are you? Out of
I'm-
character.
I'm in the cabin.
I wouldn't have
He's
Mark was
sulking.
playing before.
Yeah.
I got spirit orbs.
These guys suck.
Well, I'll go up to Jay then, as everyone else appears to have abandoned the ship. Or the deck, anyway. And I say, do you remember that strange captain of that ship back in Dove High?
Jay has a poor memory.
Does Jay have a poor memory, or does Vince have a poor memory?
Little from column A, little from column B. No, I don't.
I think we should fetch Tobias. He deals with this sort of shit.
All right. Are you staying here and I'll go and get him?
No, we'll go together.
Unless is Hyperion stood next to me, Gavin.
He is flapping about. Oh.
Tookie. I mean, if he is, I presume there's a way I can try to get Hyperion's attention to say, tell Tobias to come here. It's urgent.
Just like click your fingers at him.
Listen, bird, go and get him.
You there?
You can almost sense the exasperated sigh emerging from the deck.
Even Hyperion looks disappointed. You just teleported up from the bottom deck. You have to roll.
He's a man of many talents.
I'm a wizard.
You have to walk up,
I'm a wizard.
Harry.
Are you calling yourself Harry now?
No. There you go. Focus. I managed to make Tobias appear.
Oh, that's good.
And
Do you
well,
remember
as
the,
you're going out of your room, though, you'll see Virik sort of like lurking, like round the stairs. It's like just not happy at all. It's like not
Oh.
great. Yeah.
That's unusual.
Is there any possibility we are either A, being set up, or B, being followed, or C, A and B?
Or D. None of the above.
All of the above. I'm sure that's that captain of the ship that we saw in Dove High.
The Which captain?
You know that mysterious ship in Dollfire that we saw?
The one that you're chasing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But did we actually see it? I don't think we saw it. We got people telling us about what they saw. I don't remember us seeing it.
I don't remember seeing it.
I may have messed that up in my notes. Maybe you just heard about it.
Yeah.
So we'd interviewed
Do you
various
remember the
people.
captain of that ship that we didn't see?
The one that we're after.
You
weird eyes
would
and the
recognize
unnamed
the
ship.
description.
Yeah.
That
So the
fella
captain with
there
weird eyes.
Captain
looks
with weird
yeah.
eyes.
Yeah. It looks very suspiciously like the captain with weird eyes that we were told about.
That's very true.
And I'm sort of, you know, when you turn your head slightly tilted as in a subtle way of look right there.
Oh, yeah. Don't look, but look.
Yeah, don't
Well,
look. But immediately behind me.
From below decks, you hear a psst. Tobias, don't look now, but we're being watched.
What are we being watched by? Where from?
If you look over the side at the people, some of them don't look like civilians. And they looks like they're very interested in the ship.
Okay. I mean, I'm not.
Are they still there?
You may make a
Are
perception
they
check.
still? I will do this.
I want Tobias to go, which ones?
Vera comes up. Those bloody ones, right?
It depends when he rolls it. Oh, he's fine.
Yes. So Tobias, you see that. Well, given that both have been pointed out to you, you do see the captain. You wouldn't have probably spotted him if you didn't know he was there. He's kind of blending in with the crowd, sort of surveying the ship while, like, you know, leaning casually on a wall, chatting to some locals, just trying to blend in.
Okay.
And you also see what Virok was presumably talking about, some people dressed like peasants, but distinguishable by their physiques. They're sort of strongly built. Few Goliaths, actually, now that you're looking.
Hired goons.
Are just sort of scattered around the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, it's a good thing we didn't go ashore.
What's that? We're going
long.
ashore.
Right. Does the captain know? This feels like something the captain should be told. No? Did the captain go ashore?
I imagine the captain's ashore.
The
doing his
captain
business.
is
He went-
sort of
he's
on the
sure
dock
doing his
doing
tra-
brisk trade.
He's doing his trading.
We should tell the, I don't know, first mate, whoever's next in line, whoever's the most senior person on the ship. And I will send Hyperion to look, because if that captain's there, and the captain was linked to the boat we're chasing, presumably the boat is somewhere nearby. So I will send Hyperion to have a look round the nearby vicinity in any inlets or...
Does that
would
magic
see.
sack of books you carry around have a rank structure of a ship book so we know who to talk to next?
Let's find out. It just so happens that I have pulled forth Color Magicarum Artarum. To the layman, the color of magic.
I see.
It is not relevant to our discussion.
Damn.
But it is a very fine treatise on the art of magic.
Very
Which-
good Discworld book. Isn't
Yeah.
What world?
it? What? Sorry.
What?
You cut that in the edit.
No.
Edit?
Edit.
We're doing it live.
What is edit?
You just have to do it on the night.
This is the night.
So yes, I would. That is my main thing is Hyperion is we'll be having a look round.
Can Hyperion please make a perception check? Looking up and down the coast for a boat.
Oh.
Hyperion sees
bird
some
all over 19?
smaller fishing vessels, but nothing of the size or fitting the schematics that you found before.
Interesting. What is he doing here? Did he go ashore and send his boat on? Why would he do that if he is the captain?
I think Tobias has gone crazy. He's talking to himself.
No, he's talking to me down here. I'm like, shut up.
Having to talk to myself is the only way to get an intelligent response.
Cut
Oh,
these floorboards. I mean, look, everything sounds leaking out and everything.
Yeah.
Wall you can wedge in between.
And I point out, I was like, yes, but the last boat hat that was, was hidden in a crevice.
Crevasse.
Sort of cave thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cave.
Something else.
Cave.
take the Goonies, Ian.
Yeah, it was in a cave. Maybe there's a one round here that he knows and we don't.
Possibly. Yeah, that would certainly be a possibility.
Get Jay to talk to him.
I don't
What am I
think we
doing?
should. I don't think we should do that.
Hyperion did not see anything obvious, just to include that in the same perception roll, because this would
Right,
happen while Hyperion was searching.
Have we seen any map rooms or charts or anything that the bay we're in? I assume there's reefs and things they have to navigate.
Yeah, you've seen things like that, but you haven't really. None of you have gone to look at the charts or anything.
No, we haven't.
Do I know where the charts are? Or
They are presumably in the captain's quarters.
I can't really break in there.
That would be noticed
You could
and
try.
remarked upon.
Give me one sec. You guys keep figuring out what you're gonna do.
So,
Just take my jumper off because it's too warm.
what we could do is we could
We either
wait till nightfall and follow him.
Well, the thing is, he is looking at us.
Yeah.
There's no getting away from that fact. So either we're expected because not only is he looking at us, but he clearly has support.
Yeah.
It's not like he's just wondered and gone, "Oh."
So
he was
the que-
expecting us.
The question is, has he been tipped off that we are following him, or was this a meeting with our Captain Three Toes?
It's possible.
But does that mean Captain Three Tools has sold us out? Out of character, sorry.
I mean, you could do that in character as well.
Am I there now?
Yeah.
Oh, have you come up?
a group meeting, guys.
Ah,
Yeah.
sorry.
No worries.
So, so I say that.
Wait, the out of character bit or the in character bit?
Lila from column.
Everything.
No, yeah, I say. I'll just say. So has Three Toes sold us out? Does he know that they're looking for us?
If he had, then why wouldn't he have just had the other captain and his men come storming aboard as soon as we put into port and take us?
Because
Maybe they're waiting to confirm something's on board.
like Tobias.
It could be Tobias.
Well,
it could be any of us.
That would be confirmed already if they were working with Captain Fritos.
Yeah.
I don't believe collusion is the factor here. I believe there may have been some kind of connection. There may have been some report from someone else who saw us go aboard this ship and know of what we were doing. That is a possibility. And then a message was sent on. Or perhaps he's looking for this ship and not us ourselves. It's not certain that we are the target.
True.
He is looking at the ship after all.
I mean, the question is, what sort of authority does he have? Is he working with the army? We're supposed to be transporting them down for their testing.
Who knows? We could try and pursue him or ambush him. We could try and... But with all his support there and with a crowded dock, I believe we should stay aboard,
Mm-hmm.
and we should try and keep him under observation as surreptitiously as possible.
Mm-hmm. But then the question is, if we then leave at dawn, and he's still there,
Mm.
and we miss him, we miss the ship, unless they're staying here and we get a head start on it.
The other, yeah. So we could also keep an eye out for the ship. It is a tricky conundrum. It is odd that if he is indeed the captain, why would the captain not be aboard his vessel?
Mm-hmm.
If the ship is here somewhere and it intends to leave, he will likely go back to it. So keeping him under observation, I think, is the most logical answer. Unless there is a dissenting opinion.
I can't think of anything else.
No, I think you make a valid point. There is an element of I kind of wish I could get ashore and see what was going on, or try and find out what was going on.
I mean,
But
you are the master of disguise.
I am. Disappointingly, it looks like there's a lot of them. From what you've said, there's a lot of them basically just watching the ship.
Mhm.
So they may be a little bit more switched on than normal.
There is the possibility, as I said, that it's not us they are looking for.
Mm-hmm.
In which case,
Just keeping an eye on the ship. They are here to intercept the post.
yeah. But going ashore is going to be a risk.
Mm.
At the very least, and I will indicate to Hyperion at this point that I want him to keep an eye on this captain as stealthily as possible.
Can Hyperion please make a stealth check with
Dun, dun,
advantage?
dun.
Because Hyperion is small and the dock is busy.
Small.
He has
Failed.
no. I'm looking on his stats. Is it dexterity? Is it dexterity for stealth?
Yeah,
It
dexterity
is, yeah.
is stealth.
So he has a +2 on dexterity. So would that apply to a stealth roll, or would it not? Would it just be a flat?
Yeah, that would
D20?
apply to a stealth roll. And then if he has proficiency in stealth, that would also be a thing.
Don't think he does, though.
No, he doesn't.
Caca!
Oh, have I missed the space?
And then again.
Oh yeah, it's advantage. 20. It has been a while.
Keep that first one, Gavin.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll keep the first one for that. Okay, so Hyperion perches himself on a nearby rooftop.
Get a crossbow in his back!
Now can he...
Better not.
Now, if he could make a perception check. So that's the hiding part. We'll see how that's gone. And then there is the perceptioning.
Hello?
The perceptioning.
Yes.
Perceptionization.
There you go. I got a 20.
Okay.
Not
So-
natural.
You buying your dice rolls from the same place as Katie?
Don't jinx it.
No, too late.
The captain gives no sign that he has noticed Hyperion, and Hyperion will be keeping a very good eye on him for the rest of the... What were you rolling, Jay?
He's rolling for bullshit, apparently.
I was rolling to see whether or not I've got bloody loaded dice, but clearly not. I had 8, and now I've had 7. Great.
It's because
Sorry.
Gavin and I have used up all the dice luck.
That's
yeah,
it.
this is true. Sorry to distract you. I just wanted to see what came up.
Don't make us roll any more dice. It's fine. We can get to do this. Just don't roll any more dice.
Just don't roll more dice, yeah.
Simple as that.
Okay, so Hyperion will be keeping a close eye, but obviously, like, he's just hanging out for the moment. You see him, he's hanging out, he's trying to blend in, and he's watching the ship. He seems to, you notice that some of the clearly trying to look like peasants, but not peasants people.
Not walking with enough of a limp.
They're just too, they've been eating too much food. Like,
They're not as malnourished as the rest of them.
yes.
They've got a hearty glow about them.
Have they been putting mud on themselves?
Yeah, it looks like they've tried some similar tactics to Jay, clearly. Trying to look like peasants. But yeah, so he's got kind of some of them nearby that he seems to be in a sort of surreptitious dialogue with, but not words, like hand signals and significant looks and things.
And then we try and grab one of the closest sailor.
Yep.
And you there, shipman?
Boy, you!
Yeah, we believe that your ship may be under observation from unfriendly forces upon the bank. I believe you should inform someone in authority. So your captain is ashore.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure that the captain's noticed, but try not to worry too much, because often we get, one or two of the Newtown guards don't think it's right, or the governor gets a little uppity. I'll go let him know. I'll let him know.
There's a lot more than one or two.
It's
Right.
a lot more town guard as well, by the looks of it.
Large fellows.
The sailor handles it pretty well. He goes and he picks up some kind of like barrel of stuff.
Launches it straight at them.
And he carries it down to the captain. So it looks like he's just bringing stuff, and he has a quiet word in the captain's ear. And the captain's been thoroughly engrossed in his dealings with the locals up until now. But you can see he starts to sort of perk up and look around a little bit.
Yeah.
Excellent. And then for ourselves, I believe we should probably just try and look natural. There's nothing more like if we gulp across
We're all just staring at it.
it may precipitate unfriendly actions.
Yes.
And so I will return to the cabin. Teleporting, obviously, because I'm a wizard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wizard. Okay. So those of you who choose to remain on deck, you will see that the captain starts to sort of slowly, like, crew seem to just be taking more and more of the boxes back onto the ship quietly. And he's sort of very slowly, the locals are kind of a bit confused, and there was a big queue. Some of them still want to do business with him, and he's sort of trying to extricate himself but also seem a bit casual.
I knew someone was going to post. Sorry.
What did you post? Act casual. Yes.
You said act casual? Acting casual?
You're acting very casual. Do you want to roll to act casual? Because I wasn't going to make you.
I don't want to roll any
if you-
dice at all, thank you. I have
Jay
gone
will
below-
roll. Act
I have gone
casual.
below deck.
Look, if one of you rolls, you're all rolling.
I'll roll to act casual. What is it? Performance.
Performance.
Boom! Out of the water.
That
Jay's
is a plus
currently doing it.
4.
Jay's currently doing a number
Yeah,
on
I
the
thought
deck.
you'd have more than +4.
No.
Do I have to do it as well?
Not if you're below deck.
Hooray!
That's unnecessary.
This is a performance roll
Yeah.
from a cleric.
Yeah, you're going to do great.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You've done some great sermons.
They were from the heart.
There you go.
Actually, the bard. The bard.
There you go.
You are more casual than Jay.
Super cash.
Catch.
He's super cash to focus though. Just means he's undone his dog collar a little bit.
So, the captain is sort of trying to extricate himself, trying to look casual. And and sort of when most of the boxes are back on the ship, he, excluding, the boxes full of post that he's sort of selling for a coin a piece to the people, like, here's my delivery fee, here's your post.
Yeah.
Except for those, he's loaded
Stamp duty.
everything back onto the ship, and he's very casually chatting, still doing the post, and then he just breaks into a run back towards the ship.
Huh.
And he
With 3
so he gets sort of yeah, it's impressive.
I was gonna say, with 3 tours breaking into a run.
He's doing his best, okay?
They're not his toes. He's got them around his neck on a string.
Well, this is
He's
true.
got normal feet.
That can be canon. I like that. And just as he sort of gets onto the ship proper, there's a loud bang, and basically the ship, it's not like harpooned. It's like the ship has been like a big grappling hook.
Oh no.
Not like super damaging to the ship. And this is followed by a series of smaller sort of grappling hook type things thrown by the people that are clearly not peasants.
Lame. All right then. So
Can I play the lute and cast fly on the board?
I believe fly has a weight limit.
Oh, it's a willing creature.
Yeah, and it's a creature.
Boo.
So
What
those
about
of you below
levitate?
deck, you just hear the bang.
A bang. Well, with that, I immediately like head back up onto the main deck and see what's going on. And I imagine I'm greeted by all the crew of the ship and the captain getting on there.
There is immediate chaos.
Yeah.
Does the ship weigh less than 500 pounds?
I hope not.
No.
I really hope not.
It certainly does not.
Oh, that's a shame. Okay. I was trying to think.
No, you cannot levitate the ship either.
Can I levitate the harpoons before they hit the ship?
The harpoons.
I mean, it's
have hit
already
the
happened. It's already happened.
Ah,
There
right.
is.
I thought I might have seen them coming because I was on the deck. Maybe.
I'd say you can make some kind of like initiative to see if you can levitate the big one, but there's lots of small ones as well.
Wait, are you making us roll initiative? Is that a very subtle way of saying roll initiative?
No, I don't know what to make Jay roll to see if he like sees it coming. So we're gonna
All
just
right, okay.
have initiative as a check, which isn't a thing, but
Perception?
Insight, maybe?
I mean we can do like
No, initiative's good. Initiative's good.
it could be like a dex save, not dex save because it's like
X.
noticing
X
stuff.
wouldn't be right though, wouldn't it?
Wisdom save.
Maybe a wisdom save, yeah, because wisdom's perception.
Wisdom?
Wisdom is perception, and you're trying to notice
Something before it happens.
something before it happens.
Boom. Headshot.
Okay, so you can play the
I mean, that's
thing
pretty.
and
pretty
use levitate on the big
So
hook. Now I need to read the rules of levitate, so give me a sec.
I've got it here. It is. Stand by. One creature or loose object of your choice that I can see within range rises vertically up to 20 feet and remains suspended there for the duration. The spell can levitate a target that weighs up to 500 pounds. An unwilling creature that succeeds on a Constitution saving throw is unaffected. The target can move only by pushing or pulling against a fixed object or surface within reach. And I can change the target's altitude by up to 20 feet in either direction on your turn. If I am the target, I can move it up or down as part of my move. Otherwise, I can use my action to move the target, which must remain within the spell's range.
What was the song?
And then when it ends, the target floats gently to the ground if it is still aloft.
I think it probably counts as a loose object. I mean, it's kind of got the chain on it and stuff, but
It's flying through the air though.
yeah, we'll call that a loose object. Okay, so you've basically stopped it halfway to the boat. The
I need to know what song you use, Vince. Which song were you strumming?
Wait a minute. We'll get there.
All right.
these smaller grappling hooks though will still hit home from the.
No, that's fine as long as the big one doesn't. Where's it coming from?
It's coming from the port, the dock.
Mhm.
So the port.
I
side?
imagine there's some sort of. Yeah,
Yeah, port side.
that makes
So-
sense.
Around about here somewhere. So, he pulls the loot off his back, concentrates, flexes his fingers, and you just hear, "Oh, we're halfway there. Woo, levitate in the air." And this
Excellent.
harpoon just stops in the air, and Jay's like, dee, 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 dee. He's continuing to play the song.
But you can't play the
And
lute.
what?
Yeah. So
He's
was
just doing it with his
actually-
mouth.
So Ferric's like, I fucking knew it!
So
I knew it!
you know what you don't realise, and I'll do performance if you want, Katie, is he's
Yeah.
not playing the lute. He's doing it with his mouth and just moving his fingers. He's moving his fingers on the strings because he has to play the lute. He's just doing it really gently.
You can do performance if you want to see just how good it is.
Why not? Why not?
Is this auto tune?
Is it? Yeah. Oh no.
Oh,
It's you know what?
no.
It was your first time using that instrument. It's a you need to work on that a little more, but
Yeah.
it did do the thing. So that's okay.
So the
Is this
harpoon
like,
that was
if
coming that way, or whatever
Britney
it was
Spears'
doing.
head
Yes.
mic doesn't work or something.
Yeah.
It's just a straw. It's just a straw.
I'd like to catch it, and then obviously I'm hoping that in catching it, that removes its momentum, and then as the spell says, when I release it, it'll just float down into the water.
Yeah, as I read it, levitate stops momentum
And I've used a charge of DOS loot for that.
because
Hooray.
if like a character is falling and they use levitate, they stop falling. So it seems to me that it nullifies momentum.
Cool.
Okay,
I
you have
saved
used a
us from
charge
getting.
of DOS loot.
Um,
So you get to cast each spell once, and they all reset at dawn.
Until dawn.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if you want us to roll initiative because what I'll be doing is I'll be going around trying to get rid of these little ones as well.
I think we should do initiative here. Yeah.
Before we do that, can I go to the toilet?
Ah.
Yes, you may.
Just to
Ah.
Whoa,
Holy shit.
whoa.
Oh, sorry, Katie. I forgot to click on the icon, but I got a
That's
28.
okay. I can put them in.
Thank you.
28 and a 2.
Oh, I can do it by the looks of it. Oh, yeah, there we go. Whoa, we're halfway there.
Eric doesn't know what's going on. It's just, I mean, that would definitely explain why you managed to catch the massive grappling hook before.
Yeah. I mean, I'd like to think that was he was paying attention enough that he saw it coming, and I mean,
Yeah.
it was a big old harpoon by what Katie was saying. So
I mean, it sounds like it was used by a ballista.
yeah, I mean, if I could have, I would have cast some sort of shield, but it doesn't have shield.
And I'm just going to have a flat D20 and have that be the...
Everyone else.
Again, because you're fighting like a nebulous number of
Yeah.
enemies. And...
Nebulous.
Mhm,
Well,
that's fine.
I'm not going to like draw the whole pier and do the whole...
Yeah.
Everyone that's coming in there.
Everyone with a grappling hook.
No, could be.
And I
where's-
got 15 for Hyperion.
Excellent.
An R
Ah,
for rock.
ruffian. Ruffian. I think ruffian.
We're gonna use
Ragnarok.
these little.
Ragamuffin.
Oh no, we don't have that.
Rouge.
Ruse?
It's
Rogue.
a rogue, but Gavin can't spell.
Oh, that makes sense.
That's the old joke, you see.
Oh, look, grappling hooks.
I know.
Oh, that's a bit fancy.
Someone's been
I
practicing
just
our paint skills.
I just looked them up. We'll have it sort of like this.
You should have claimed you did them in paint.
Yeah.
Nah, that's not my style though. This
This is true.
isn't my paint aesthetic.
Oh, we're halfway there.
Hence, have you got a J in paint and just turn that upside down?
Hmm?
Sure,
Oh,
the
the letter
for
J.
grapple.
G for grapple. Yeah.
G for crabapple.
You're welcome to make Hyperion an icon. That's
True.
Yeah, bitch, I'm not doing everything for you.
I do enough.
Okay, so there's 4 grapples.
Yes.
Crabapple.
And I put the captain up here.
And he's literally just got on.
Maybe like here. Yeah, he's just got on.
With his 3 toes.
Yes.
Yeah.
In whatever capacity he has 3 toes, because I've forgotten what my original intentions were.
What
Tobias
are your,
sitting
what are your
there
intentions
reading
with
his
my
book.
toes?
Yeah, it's gonna take Tobias like 3 rounds of initiative before I even realize something is up.
No, I've got
Hyperion?
Hyperion watching everything.
Yeah.
God
Hyper Ian.
There you go.
God bless familiars.
Okay, and just so you all know, yeah, we're not gonna. You're welcome to like take pot shots at the people responsible, but broadly, it's just gonna be they are pretty numerous.
Yeah.
The main problems are the grappling hooks, and this can be like you don't necessarily. This is not intended that you have to fight particularly like. That it's going to be a mix of initiative type dialogue.
Right.
Is what I
There's
mean.
a raven
Getting the
picture.
feeling. Is that what you actually look like?
No, that's a raven picture.
Well, I know that. I'm getting the feeling we're not meant to fight here.
No, you totally can. I'm not trying to like say that you can't. I'm saying you don't have to.
These are
So
options. Put options in front of us, but I think it's made very clear that there is a lot of them, and to fight through an entire town, which we've never been to, while we're hunting the guy that we're meant to be hunting with his own personal army, it's probably best that we get out.
I just like in D&D sometimes it's like there is a combat and we must win or we will die because we are fighting a gelatinous cube and but that this is like we are an
one of those
initiative
things.
but it's a mixture of a social encounter because like clearly they want to talk ish because they haven't just blown a hole in the ship.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah. So they don't want us leaving. For some reason.
Yes.
They've clearly acted like this because the captain got spooked and was making his getaway.
Yes.
I'm back, incidentally. Have we died?
No, we're discussing what's going on. So
So almost.
In the traditional 20-minute discussion at the start of any
any sort of initiative based thing.
That's what happens in real life.
Am I first, Katie?
Yes.
So Jay, because he's amazing, is what I'd like to do. I'm thinking one of those classic 60s or 70s films. So Jay is going to hop up onto the edge of the boat, and I'm presuming these things are pulled tight.
Yes.
So I'm going to run along the boat trying to cut the ropes that are like Errol Flynn, ultimate balance, swiping at the ropes as I go past.
Okay.
to try and unhook them. And in comedy style, the people on the dock are going to fall over. How would you like me to do that?
I think that will be. So it would be these
acrobatics.
three that are like here that you're going for. I think.
I mean, I can do one at a time, in fairness, because it would be a move, attack, move, attack, move, attack.
Yeah, it's sort of a move attack, but we're welcome to describe it like that.
Okay.
So the first move attack, hopping up, that takes like a moment, and then you start your little run. It's going to be athletics or acrobatics. I think acrobatics actually.
Yeah.
Usually it's an or, but just acrobatics because it's
Like
balance.
what he's described is definitely not strength based.
Can I have advantage for
No.
for describing such a fantastic situation?
You did. I love the description, and that's why I'm gonna give you even more narrative,
Hold on.
even more story.
Make him roll. Make him roll either left or right to see which side he falls on.
Oh, that's fun. I like that.
Yep.
Why don't you shut up, Dick Slag?
I'll,
Dick slag.
Yeah, you heard.
okay. Would you like to roll to see which side you go on?
Yeah.
Okay.
What am I rolling?
Just roll 1d2, and if it's a 1, you're going in the sea.
Hey!
Okay, so you run and you
damage.
climb up, and then it's like
Errol Flynn music starts swelling. Da, 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 da.
I go to cut it, but unfortunately I come off balance, and instead of cutting the rope, I trip over the grappling hook that's attached to the boat, and basically fall headfirst into the wood planks.
Yeah, pretty much. Although maybe it's like you run at them, you're ready to slice the ropes, and then you realize that they are actually chains and not ropes.
Very good.
Okay.
So I give myself some sort of strain injury as well.
You are on the deck, prone but not in the sea.
I'm crying.
Are we all just slow clapping him as he's
Pretty much, I think so.
Hyperion.
I don't know what. So Hyperion will be still acting his previous orders for gathering information. So he'll just do like a flyby of the port, trying to pick out who the actual enemies are, and relaying that information to myself.
Okay. He sees that the captain of the unnamed ship is approaching. He's kind of stepping onto the dock, and he's coming this way.
Good.
Okay.
Captain Fritos.
Yeah, so the captain's gonna turn. He's gonna come closer to the where the other captain is coming up. Cedric. We'll call him Cedric because otherwise there'll be captain, and that'll be confusing.
Yeah.
And he sort of shouts down, "Can I help you, gentlemen?"
That is so better.
It's like Jay's just lying on his back.
Why didn't I think of that?
And he will be awaiting a response on the appropriate turn. Tobias.
Yeah. And then close the book, and then I will start heading up to the deck. Is this the ladder here?
Yes.
Right.
Well, that's what I've been
Yeah,
using.
that's
15,
that's
20,
the way up.
25. Is it 25 movement space?
30 movement base.
Ah, it is. Yeah. So there's 30, and then I'll I can move again as my action, can't I?
Yeah, you can convert your action and
just-
dash.
Yeah, so I'll do that. You know what? No,
There's-
Tobias
I was saying
doesn't dash.
There's no dashing there. Not for
No.
Tobias.
No, I might peer out of is there like a porthole or something on towards the dock? Like, what have they done now?
Hmm.
Yeah, that'll do. Oh no, I'll cast Mage Shield, Mage Armor. Mage Shield is a combination of both shield and mage armor.
Pretty good.
It's a creation of my own.
Yeah.
It's when you cast both because you're scared.
A mage armor for myself.
Okay.
Ruffians.
The head ruffian, the captain,
He's got a knife.
approaches. Well, he's sort of here relative to the ship, we'll say. Relative to the top deck. Like how we did with the shark encounter.
Yeah.
Bodes well.
I have a proposal for you, Captain. And I think it's best that you hear me out. Focus. You can involve yourself as much or as little as you want. There's grappling hooks. There's Jay in
Oh,
a puddle.
Wait, no, this is how you get even again. Focus. Pick him up.
Yeah, pick him up.
I no longer owe you one.
1, 2, 3, 4. Assist.
There, favor returns now. Never call me again.
I don't want to start stabbing this guy up if we're
We're in discussions at the minute, so you know.
talking each other. So yeah, I'll help Jay up and I'll just hold off.
Aggressive negotiation.
Okay, Virok.
And just sort of like keeping around, but slinking around the back of everyone else as still not to draw as much attention. He's just going to wait it out and see what this guy has to say.
Are you preparing your patented surprise crossbow attack to start
Okay,
the combat?
we're back around to
That's
Jay's
right.
turn, but if you're happy to,
We're socializing at the moment, aren't we?
if we're in socializing time, we can just sort of pause the combat, do a little socializing, and when the initiative, if you choose to start it up again, we'll go for it. Keep this initiative because it's the same encounter.
Yeah, it's the same encounter. What if we don't start it? What if they start it, Katie?
Then we'll also have initiative.
I'm just saying, don't say it's our fault. Okay, straight away.
They shot first.
You're jumping to conclusions here, is what
They
that
shot
is.
first.
You
Wait.
did, exactly. They are the aggressors here.
Yes.
Wait, does that not mean that they're Han and therefore the good guy? Don't that mean we have to shoot first to be the good guy?
I mean, that's what we usually do.
It works.
But at that point, Han isn't the good guy. He's just a smuggler.
But we're a smuggler's ship.
So
We're literally aiding and abetting smuggling right now.
So yeah, but surely if anyone, Cedric is Han, and you know,
That was where R2D2 and C3PO.
well, no, I'm clearly like Chewbacca or something, and C3PO is definitely Focus.
Whoa.
J might be R2D2, and you might be then again, and you might be Luke.
Oh, I'm a wizard.
You're a wizard.
So,
Are you
Jedi.
Obi-Wan then? All right then, yeah.
I'm Alec Guinness.
Space wizard. All right then.
Okay. So, to avoid an extended DM talking to ourselves situation, upon appraising the situation, your captain, Cedric, decides to is asked to step off the ship to negotiate. And after appraising the situation, a fair amount of the crew are still ashore. And
I never even thought about the other crew. We should probably.
There's some grappling. There's grappling hooks. They've got quite a good hold on the ship. And there's like a lot of people, and he complies. He's like, he steps off to negotiate with the other captain, and they will go do some negotiation, unless you particularly want to be involved, in which.
What a nice captain.
Maybe someone should, get a bit more information. I mean, Hyperion's there, but...
I mean, I'm busy picking my face up off the deck with the help of Focus, so... I mean, I'm probably not the best. Normally I would be, but not today. I'm rolling shit.
I'm gonna have Hyperion go in close, land on some nearby thing, something within earshot.
Yeah.
Land on Cedric's shoulder. This is my poly.
No, I don't. No, I don't want it to be too obvious to either captain.
Right. Okay.
I mean, Cedric is aware that is your familiar because you've been using your familiar to do scouting.
Yeah, but I don't want it sort of in his face as like a really obvious. I'm listening to everything you said.
Yeah.
So do you want to roll stealth?
No, it's like it's not a
No.
rolls.
No, I don't.
I've used up all my good rolls.
Okay.
I'm not. It's not trying to hide. I'm just trying to be a bit more respectful rather than. I'm not like putting it right there. I'm just to the side.
Still hiding.
So there is a brief negotiation. Basically, the captain who introduces himself as Captain Riggs. Although he accepts that he is just Riggs at the moment because he doesn't actually have a ship here at present. He basically wants his ship sank, and he wants Cedric to go help him recover his cargo in exchange for payment, and this is important to the government, and they'll overlook what he's been up to.
So is this an insurance scam?
No,
No.
It's a mixture of bribery and blackmail.
Right.
So he's trying to coerce us into helping. Well, he's trying to coerce the captain to helping him recover his ship, which he's lost.
Yes, and he does do a sort of emotional appeal about his crew, but any sort of emotional appeal is a little bit, there's grappling hooks in the other guy's ship, so it's not the most effective thing. And broadly, unless any of you are gonna say anything, intervene in any way, it's well paid, for like a few days more work, so the captain accepts it.
Yeah, I mean,
why did he grappling Huggles to ask him to do him a favor? Like,
it's a show of force. It's a show of force. Look, you can help us, or we can take your ship. That's
now.
What that was.
It's help us, or we will book you all right now.
Yeah.
And also, look, we'll pay you if you help us. It's both carrot and stick.
Yeah.
It's like.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Look, mate, big hat, big gun. Turn out your pocket.
So yeah, Captain Cedric accepts this offer.
Yes.
You will be going to Riggs' sunken ship to recover the cargo
that we want to get rid of. But this is fine. This has worked out quite well for us because we didn't know if it had sunk. We didn't know where it was. Now we can go make sure. Right? Right? Yes. Good.
No, it is good. I have concerns that are surfacing. One of the concerns is that we will not.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
But yes, I'll relay what I've heard to everyone.
And Virok says that. It's like, oh, that's good. Oh, that means we can get rid of them before they cause any more damage. I mean, we have to play it cool until we find out. Yes?
Yep. Sounds good.
So Riggs comes aboard the ship and he brings some of
Heavies.
the biggest Goliath
Uh-huh.
not peasants.
Hired goons. Hired goons?
Well, to your expert eye, they look more like elite army goons.
Yeah, I thought they might be elite army goons.
Yes, you did.
I'm gonna slink back below deck as they come on board. Just gonna go right down here. There we go, nice and comfy.
And so, Riggs has coerced his way aboard the ship, and your new destination is a bit back the way you just came, to be honest.
Right.
The chuff.
I mean, this is fine because it means we don't have to go all the way down south now. Or I can't remember why we're going down south because we were following this thing which was going to a specific place.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
we're
not...
trying to actually, this might work out because we were not trying to find his ship.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. His ship was, as far as you are aware, full of golems.
Yes.
Yes. Mm.
So all these, yeah. So
With your Ferrero Rocher, you are intriguing me, Ambassador.
And I think that's about where we'll end the session. I think that's a good place to end it.
Good place.
Role play.
Role play. JTT.
Thank you all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank
Katie.
you. I always try and avoid. I don't like that I ended up in the situation of two NPCs talking to each other. I try and avoid it.
Does that not create some sort of AI?
I'm a chatbot talking to myself.